Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. We love to get specific here, so today we're going deep on personal branding.
Ooh, personal branding.
Yeah, but with a twist.
I like twists.
We're going to be using a podcast episode
Okay.
from Margin World called How to Build a Strong Personal Brand for Your Business
Okay.
as a jumping off point.
Gotcha.
So we can create like a personal branding playbook just for you, our listener.
Oh, nice. So we're going to be like personal branding coaches.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it.
So the episode really emphasizes this idea that people connect with people, not just companies.
Right.
Which is why building trust through a personal brand
Okay.
can be so powerful, especially for business.
It's true. People buy from people they trust.
Yeah.
And it's easier to trust someone when
Well,
you feel like you know them.
Yeah, exactly. And the Margin World episode lays out 7 clear steps
Oh, nice.
for building a powerful personal brand.
I love a good framework.
Me too. So let's dive in. The first step is all about self-reflection. It's about knowing who you are.
Right.
But it's more than just a catchy phrase.
Yeah.
It's about getting real with yourself and figuring out your values, your passions, what makes you tick.
Yeah.
The podcast even suggests
Okay.
asking yourself some really thought-provoking questions like,
Yeah.
what do I want to be known for?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right, that always gets me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, whoa,
big.
big question.
Yeah.
So much pressure.
It is a big question, but it's a crucial one.
Okay.
If you don't know what you stand for,
Yeah.
how can you expect anyone else to?
Right.
It's like, think about someone like Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, yeah. Good example.
Her brand is all about empowerment, connection,
Yeah.
authenticity. But that didn't just happen overnight.
Right.
She built that over decades.
Yeah.
By consistently aligning her actions and her message with those core values.
Yeah, it's like she's living proof that knowing yourself is step one.
Absolutely. So then how about step 2?
Oh,
Defining your audience.
okay.
Why is that so important?
So defining your audience is kind of like throwing a party.
Okay.
You wouldn't just send out invitations to everyone you know, would you?
Yeah.
You'd think about who you wanted to celebrate with, who would enjoy the vibe who you'd connect with.
Yeah.
Your audience is kind of like your guest list.
Okay.
You need to understand their demographics, their interests, what they struggle with, what they're looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
It's about tailoring your message to resonate with the right people.
Exactly.
The podcast even talks about understanding their pain points.
Yes.
It's like once you know what keeps them up at night,
right.
you can position yourself as someone who can help them.
Yes. To provide solutions.
Yeah.
And, when you understand your audience, it actually helps you craft a more effective message.
Okay, so that leads us to step 3.
Yes.
Crafting your personal brand message.
Which is also known as your elevator pitch.
Ah, yes. The dreaded elevator pitch.
Ooh, I know.
But it's not as scary as it sounds.
Okay.
Really, an elevator pitch is just a concise and memorable statement that captures your unique value proposition.
Okay.
Imagine you have like a chance encounter with someone who asks, so what do you do?
Right.
And you want to be able to tell them in a way that sparks their interest and leaves them wanting to know more.
So it's kind of like the blurb on the back of the book version of you.
It is. Yes.
I like that. The Margin World episode actually gives a great example of the financial advisor whose elevator pitch is something like, I help small business owners take control of their finances and plan for the future with confidence.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Clear, concise, tells you exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And even if you don't need a financial advisor right now, that message might stick with you for the future.
It's about making an impression.
Exactly. Planting that seed.
Yes.
Okay, so what's next on our personal branding roadmap?
Okay, so step 4 is all about building your online presence.
Oh.
Think of it as creating your own digital storefront.
Oh, okay.
It's where you showcase your brand in the virtual world.
So we're talking websites, social media profiles, the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
All of it. The podcast also mentions having professional photos.
Yes.
And a bio that really captures your essence.
Yes.
It's like First impressions online matter just as much
They do.
as they do offline.
It's true.
Your online presence should be a cohesive reflection of your brand.
Exactly.
It's about maintaining consistency across platforms.
Oh,
So if someone checks out your LinkedIn profile,
right,
then visits your website, they should get the same feeling both times.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we've built our digital storefront.
Yes.
What do we put in it?
Right. That's where step 5 comes in, creating and sharing valuable content.
This is where you really get to flex your expertise muscles and give your audience something they can actually use.
So we're talking blog posts, videos, podcasts, all that good stuff.
All of that, yes.
The key, according to the episode, is to provide value.
Right.
So whether you're educating, entertaining, or inspiring, your content should leave your audience feeling like they gained something from the experience.
Exactly.
It's also important to find a format that feels good to you.
Absolutely.
Not everyone loves writing long blog posts.
Right.
Maybe you're a natural storyteller.
Yeah.
Podcasting can be your jam.
Yes.
Or if you're visually creative, maybe go wild with Instagram Reels.
There you go.
Yeah. Find your strength and run with it.
Exactly.
But I imagine creating content consistently takes a lot of discipline.
It does.
It can be tempting to just hide behind the scenes sometimes.
Yeah, it can.
Which is where step 6 comes in.
Okay.
Networking and collaboration.
Yeah.
Building a personal brand isn't a solo mission. It's about connecting with others in your field-building relationships and expanding your reach.
Absolutely.
Networking.
I know.
That word used to make me cringe.
Yeah.
Always picture those awkward cocktail parties.
I know, right?
And forced conversations.
Yeah.
But the podcast episode actually reframed networking in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
It's about finding your tribe and supporting each other.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's not just about schmoozing.
No.
Think about guest blogging, joining webinars, or even being a guest on someone else's podcast.
Ooh, I like that one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like cross-pollinating your audience.
Yes.
And tapping into new networks.
Exactly.
What does that even mean?
Okay, so when you collaborate with someone who has a similar audience but a different niche, you're essentially introducing yourself to their followers.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered self-reflection, defining our audience.
Yeah.
Crafting our message.
Yes.
Building an online presence. Creating content.
Yeah.
And networking.
Right.
Wow, we've come a long way.
We have.
So what's the final step in building a strong personal brand?
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay.
Step 7 is all about consistency and authenticity over time.
Okay.
It's about showing up as your true self day in and day out and nurturing your brand like a garden.
So it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing.
No.
It takes ongoing effort.
It does.
And a commitment to staying true to yourself.
Yes.
Think about it this way.
Okay.
You wouldn't plant a garden and then just walk away.
Right.
You'd water it, weed it,
yeah,
make sure it gets enough sunlight. Your personal brand is the same.
Right.
It needs consistent care and attention to thrive.
Absolutely.
So personal branding is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
And it's about being genuine, not trying to fit into some mold.
Exactly. The most successful personal brands are built on passion.
Yeah.
And a desire to connect with others authentically.
Yeah, I love that.
Right.
This episode is really highlighting that building a personal brand isn't about being someone you're not.
Right.
It's about amplifying your authentic self and letting your genuine personality shine through.
Absolutely. People can smell a phony a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody wants to feel like they're being sold something that isn't real.
Totally. It's like those brands that just feel so forced.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like that friend who suddenly starts using all this trendy slang and you're like,
oh my gosh, yes.
Who are you?
It's like, come on. Be yourself.
Yeah.
And it's the same in the business world. Yeah. Authenticity is magnetic. When you're genuine, people are drawn to you. They trust you. And ultimately, that trust translates into loyalty and support for your brand.
Okay, so that makes me think about all those personal brands I love.
Yeah.
That just feel so real and relatable. It's like, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them to a friend.
Right.
Because I know they're the real deal.
Exactly. That's the power of a strong personal brand.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about attracting customers.
Okay.
It's about building a community of people who believe in you and what you stand for.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of consistency.
Yes.
And authenticity.
Right.
How do we know if our personal brand is actually working?
Oh, that's a great question.
What are some signs that we're on the right track?
So, I think the Margin World episode touches on this indirectly.
Okay.
One sign is that people are starting to see you as a go-to expert in your field.
Okay.
You're getting invited to speak at conferences, contribute to articles, collaborate on projects.
So it's like opportunities are coming to you more organically.
Exactly.
Because you've established yourself as someone who knows their stuff.
Yes. You've built that credibility.
Awesome.
Another sign is that you're attracting your ideal clients or customers effortlessly.
Oh, nice.
The right people are finding you because your message is resonating with them on a deep level.
It's like you're attracting your tribe.
You are.
The people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer.
Yes.
And I think maybe even most importantly, you feel good about your brand.
Yes.
It feels aligned with your values.
Right.
And who you are at your core.
Absolutely. It's that inner feeling of knowing you're on the right path and that your brand is a true reflection of your authentic self.
That's powerful.
It is, and it's something that you can cultivate over time.
Okay.
Building a personal brand isn't about overnight success.
Right.
It's about showing up, consistently making authentic connections, and constantly learning and evolving.
So it's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
And the journey itself can be so rewarding.
It can be.
You get to meet amazing people.
Yes.
Learn new skills. Make a real impact on the world.
It's true.
That's what makes it exciting is like you're constantly growing.
Yeah.
Expanding your horizons.
Absolutely.
So now thinking about our listener.
Yes.
Who's ready to embark on their own personal branding adventure. What are some resources or tools that they can use to get started?
Well, first of all,
yeah,
they've got a great foundation right here with this deep dive and the Margin World episode we've been discussing.
Yes, we've covered so much ground already.
I know, right?
But I'm always hungry for more.
Yeah.
What else is out there?
So there are tons of books, podcasts, online courses dedicated to personal branding. And a lot of them are tailored to specific industries or niches.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a whole world of support out there.
There is.
For people who want to build a strong personal brand.
Yes, and don't underestimate the power of community. Find online groups or forums.
Where you can connect with like-minded individuals. Share ideas and support each other's journey.
Yeah, it's like finding your cheerleading squad.
It is.
The people who will encourage you and celebrate your wins along the way.
And, having that support system can make all the difference. Especially when you're facing challenges or feeling stuck.
So it's not just about the information. Right. It's about the connections and the human element of the personal branding journey.
It really is.
Okay, so now that we've covered the 7 steps, explored some of the nuances of authenticity and consistency, talked about the importance of community, I'd love to kind of shift gears and dive into something a little more practical.
Oh, I like practical.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm ready for practical. I love practical.
Okay, well, one thing that comes to mind, and it's something the Margin World episode emphasizes, is the importance of storytelling.
People connect with stories. And when you can weave your personal story into your brand, it makes you more relatable and memorable.
Oh, I love a good story.
I too.
How do we do that, though, in a way that feels authentic and not forced?
Right.
I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or making things up to fit some narrative.
Yeah, it's about finding those moments in your journey that shaped who you are and what you believe in. Think about your successes, but also your failures. What did you learn from those experiences? How did they lead you to where you are today?
So it's about vulnerability and authenticity.
Yes.
Sharing those moments that made us human and relatable.
Exactly. Because nobody's perfect. And showing your flaws can actually make you more endearing.
Totally.
And when you share those stories in a genuine way, it creates a connection. With your audience, they feel like they know you, and they're more likely to trust you and your brand.
Okay. Storytelling makes sense.
Yeah.
What else can we do?
So another practical tip is to focus on your niche.
Okay.
It's tempting to try to appeal to everyone. But when you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to anyone.
So it's better to be a big fish in a small pond
Yes.
than a small fish in a big ocean.
Exactly.
I like that analogy.
I know, right?
When you focus on a specific niche,
Yeah.
you become known as the go-to expert in that area.
Exactly.
It allows you to tailor your message,
Yes.
your content, to a specific audience who's looking for exactly what you offer.
Exactly.
That makes sense, because if I'm looking for advice
Yeah.
on growing my online business,
Right.
I'm more likely to trust someone who specializes in e-commerce marketing
Right.
than someone who just offers general business advice.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And it's easier to build a loyal following when you're speaking directly to their needs and desires.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired.
Yes.
But this whole personal branding thing can feel a little overwhelming at times.
It can be.
Where do we even begin?
Don't worry. It's all about taking small steps and building momentum over time.
Okay.
Remember that question I asked you earlier?
Yes.
About taking one action this week.
Yes, I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
What is that one action our listener can take right now to start building their personal brand?
I would say the most important thing is to start clarifying your message.
Okay.
Go back to those self-reflection questions.
Okay.
Really dig deep. What makes you unique? What are your strengths? What do you want to be known for?
So back to basics. Getting clear on who we are and what we offer.
Once you have that clarity, you can start to build everything else around it.
Okay.
Your online presence, your content, your networking strategy, it all stems from that core message.
Like the foundation
of
our personal brand. I love that.
Yeah.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It has been.
We've covered so much ground.
We have.
From the 7 steps of personal branding to the importance of authenticity storytelling, finding our niche. It's been amazing.
I know, right?
And remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Yes.
Be patient with yourself. Experiment. Have fun with it.
Have fun.
Building a personal brand should be enjoyable.
It should be.
It's about expressing yourself.
Yes.
Connecting with others in a meaningful way.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling inspired.
Good. Me too.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Until next time, stay curious and keep shining.